Boom ba boom 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 ba boom 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 boom. This is me doing a Tron sound. Even though I'm not actually talking about Tron, I'm just talking about something that uses a blue and neon pink black lighting color scheme. No, I'm talking about, oh no, a superhero movie. Oh no, it's an obscure one. Well, not that obscure. Like, Blue Beetle's been around for a while, and this version's been around since early 00s, something around there. Yeah, I'm talking about Blue Beetle, the latest DC movie that no one saw. Again, this keeps happening. I'm not doing this on purpose, man. I actually did like this. Looked good from the trailers. I took a little while to decide if this movie was going to work for me, because trailers looked pretty good, and then George Lopez showed up, and I went, but then the rest looked good. I'm like, maybe. Went in, hey, actually a pretty good time. Not great, but pretty good. Elevator pitch, what if Spider-Man was the Guyver, and also Hispanic, to the point to where I felt like Vin Diesel was going to show up and go, family, and Jaime was going to go, family, also get a car. I have a superhero suit, get a car. Can I take George Lopez's truck? No. That's my George Lopez and Vin Diesel impressions. You're welcome. So yeah, Blue Beetle, DC superhero, kind of a C-lister. Is actually a legacy character, because we're currently on, last I checked, the third one, and this is adapting the third Blue Beetle, which is essentially Guyver, to where a kid gets alien super suit and has to fight off whatever particular bad guy you want. Aliens, monsters, other DC villains, etc. This one also has the advantage of, well, I'm not trying to say advantage, it's kind of a novelty, I'd say, but it does use it to its advantage of Hispanic, Latino flavor. Because, hey, Jaime is Hispanic. His family is incredibly Hispanic. The whole movie is borderline sitting in a taco for you. I honestly found it fun, but I can very easily understand if a lot of people might find it coy or annoying, or just not exactly preachy, but it's like pouring it on too thick, like a lot too thick. I didn't get to that point, but if someone else did, I understand it completely. I didn't find it annoying. I found it kind of, that's cute. It's fine. So what's it about? Again, kid. He's fresh out of college, Gotham Law, no less, which, wow, you went to Gotham City to get your law degree. What the crap, kid? That's hard mode. How many times were you taken hostage during your, graduate school stuff, or whatever you were doing? Anyways, he comes back to essentially not quite Miami, San Diego era mishmash town, which has huge Hispanic slum next to gigantic, overgrown, totally CGI city skyline. And he's come back home to his family, his familia, his family. Vin Diesel's like next door with drinking a Corona and blasting his car all hours of the night, and everything else that happens in those movies. It's right next door. It's fine. And he's trying to deal with the fact that, there is kind of an imbalance, let's say, some class issues that this movie does both play with. It dips its whole foot in, takes it back out, puts it back in, takes it back out. So this is not quite as, say, hard into this stuff as a Black Panther, but it does engage with it. It engages more with it, what it brings to the table, than what Black Adam did, which brought it up and made everyone look like hypocrites. This one is at least engaging to a degree with the social issues that it brings to the table to play with here. So it's at least a trying. How successful? But it's trying. I give it points. So Jaime comes home trying to help his family because stuff has happened. They are poor. They're about to lose the house. Perhaps there'll be a talent show or a school dance they can use to save the youth center. I think I'm mixing in my movie plot lines. And then he gets roped into holding on to a alien scarab thing that implants in his back and turns him into a superhero. So it's basically, at this point, it turns into the Guyver, but the family is 100% aware, sees it happen, no less, and are supportive and helping, and later on get armed to help. So that's kind of different. I'm used to the families in all these superhero movies being glorified hostages at best, or a load, with the exception of like one family member, kind of two. Every one of these family members actually helps to do the stuff that comes up later. The grandma's kind of too much of a joke, but she's in the trailer with a machine gun, so it's grandma revolutionary with a machine gun. That gave me a laugh. So yeah, alien supersuit, evil corporation trying to take the thing and trying to catch him to use him to make their own evil supersuit army, and there's a big henchman man doing his thing. You know how that rolls. And oddly, it does actually engage with the fact this is a legacy character. It actually uses it like, that you would think that they 100% could have ignored that element entirely, but they do use it. Not a lot, but it's here. Like, we bring up Jay Garrett, we bring up Ted Kord, sir, not appearing in this film, and we see some of his gadgets, which are very goofy in a fun way, silly but good, but fun. We got his bug ship, which, not gonna lie, kind of cool. I bought a stupid popcorn bucket of that Beetle ship because they were selling them at the theater. It's cool. It opens up and you can put popcorn in it. It's got cute little bug eyes and you can see through the plastic. It's neat. I like it. I didn't put popcorn in it because I want to keep it pristine. I didn't want grease all inside my bug robot toy popcorn tin. I am a man-child. Anyways, so yeah, it does its thing. The effects look pretty good. Not spectacular. This clearly doesn't have all the money, but it has a sufficient amount of money. The suit looks really nice. Again, I am a Guyver fan, so a suit that does the alien shifting and morphing, growing over the person, I'm into that. The movie also engages in the kung fu fighting stuff from Guyver too, where he is beating the living crap out of goons and whatnot. It goes pretty good. This movie does not engage in the hyper-violence that Guyver goes for, so we're not seeing men in rubber suit monsters getting their heads ripped off. Not getting that stuff. We are getting some good kung fu action, though, so I'll take it. It looks pretty good. Jaime is definitely in the mold of the Spider-Man avoid killing. His family kills people. Quite a few, actually. His family has a higher body count than he does, which is, a little concerning. That might be a discussion later, but whatever. We're not going to bring it up. It's fine. Movie is a bit rough on the edges. Some of the tone moves up and down a little bit too harsh for its own good. The humor works and doesn't work, primarily because of the actor who's the biggest name on this thing. And so this shows you how the big names in this movie. George Lopez of the sitcom fame, I guess. Yeah, he exists. I remember seeing the show at some point. I was not particularly impressed by him or his comedy. He's in this. He's trying, more or less. He's got a None of his jokes are particularly funny, but his acting is serviceable, I suppose. I could have used a lot less of him. He did not ruin the movie for me, but I could have cut out a good 75% of him in this movie and not lost much of anything. So that's kind of if you like George Lopez, he's in this quite a bit. So you'll get your George Lopez fix if someone is addicted to George Lopez. Can you freebase George Lopez? Can you snort George Lopez? Should you freebase George Lopez? Should you put George Lopez into a little crack pipe and go with him? I probably should move on. I'm moving on. So yeah, parts of this work, parts don't. The overall package is pretty good. This is a solid B- kind of movie. So if the upper tier superhero movies are doing the A's to the high B's, this is doing a B-, maybe a C+, but it's satisfactory. Doesn't really do anything majorly wrong. Does its job. Doesn't overstay its welcome. I got what I wanted out of this, basically, which was a Guyver movie, which, yeah, I like it. A Guyver movie, I'm happy with this. This is the best Guyver movie. Sorry, Mark Hamill. Turning into a cockroach doesn't really make the rest of the first of Guyver 1 particularly good. Sorry. Yeah, I do love that movie, though. Guyver 2 is better, but boring. Make that what you will. Also, it's a Sci-Fi Channel original, depending for the advertising. Ooh, I don't know if that's actually true. If they actually did pay for it or not, or if they just used that to when they distributed it. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, I think this is worth a shot. I don't think anyone's actually bothering to see, because Blue Beetle is... We're into C listers here. C is being generous, too. If they tried to trot out Booster... Were they trying to try out Booster Gold in a movie at some point? I don't know. I've lost track, because I know DCE said, oh, put it on the garbage. Whoosh, put it in the garbage. And now James Gunn's like, oh, I'm going to start over again. Might as well. We're going to do another Joker. It's going to be a musical. We got Lady Gaga. Fine. Sure. Whatever. Blue Beetle's here. It's fine. It's not going to get a sequel. It's going to get forgotten. Undeservedly, I'd say. But you could also wait for streaming for this. It's not particularly one you need the theater for. So if you just want to wait till it's on Max or HBO Plus or whatever the hell they rename that thing next month, it's worth a watch there. If they still have the popcorn bucket for it, get that popcorn bucket. It's cool. It's the best popcorn bucket I've ever purchased. That is some damning with faint praise, ain't it? Anywho, like and subscribe. Join my Patreon. Watch me make an ass of myself on the internet, or turn someone into an ass. I draw that a lot. That happens. I'm kind of weird. Anyways. Later. Poots. Bye-bye.